So I just finished talking with guest services on board. We've been on the Regal Princess for 6 days, or I guess it's our 7th day now. And we sailed out of Galveston. It was the first sailing of the Regal Princess out of Galveston. Not Princess's first time ever sailing out of the region, but this ship's first time. I know the Ruby Princess has been here previously. However, when we got on board, we had already purchased the Plus package, and we decided right before boarding that upgrading to Premier was what we wanted to do, because we really saw value in the other perks, like the included specialty dining and the seating at shows and all of the things that come along with it. So right when we got on board and sat down for lunch, we went into the app and we paid the upgrade for the full week to Premier. And then we ordered a glass of wine to go with our lunch. And nobody said anything about it. They delivered it to us, and we saw an $18.88 charge plus a tax added to our account, which we thought was strange. So later in the day, we went by Crooners, and I asked for a Diet Coke. And the bartender said, "Oh, you can't, I mean, I can give you a Diet Coke, but you'll have to pay for it if you want that, because we're in Texas and we can't sell anything without you paying for it because of Texas law." I said, "Oh no, that's not the rule. It's an alcohol regulation and we have a package. So soda is paid for." "No, I can't sell you anything, I'm sorry." I said, "Well, what can we get without paying?" And he said, "A glass of water." So, thankfully, because I'm elite, we already had water and sodas in our room. So we were able to just drink that until sail away, which was delayed for a couple of hours. So technically you should be at sea in international waters by the time you go to dinner, but we had dinner at 5 that night and sail away was delayed until about 5. So I had reached out through the crew chat and asked whether we were going to be charged if we had a drink at dinner, because it sounded like there was some confusion about the rules. And the crew person replied and said that, "Well, go ahead and order, and we're working on this and we'll refund the charges." So we went to dinner. John got a rum and Coke and I got a glass of white wine. I ordered a glass off of the regular menu, and the waitress came back and said, "Sorry, we're in Texas waters. We can't serve you that. We only have," there were like 2 options, a red or a white. I said, "Okay, I'll take the white." After dinner, we had a $27 charge on our account for those drinks. And so I waited, because I figure it's the first day, they're going to figure it out, and by tomorrow it should be resolved and the charges will come off. Well, their charges were still there the next day. So I went back into the crew chat and I said, "Can you please remove those charges? We are on Premier and we shouldn't have been billed for our wine and dinner." And the same person, Poppy, replied, "Sorry, we can't remove those charges. We gave you a $25 onboard credit to make up for the inconvenience of sailing out of Galveston and your package not working." So I asked if I could be refunded for the upgrade to Premier, because there was no benefit from Plus, let alone any upgrade, and they refused that as well. So anyway, I waited until today, partly because I didn't want to deal with the customer service, but also because I was hoping that over the course of this cruise, there would be some training directive from corporate telling everyone that works on the ship, "Oops, we made a mistake on the first day boarding out of Galveston, and in the future, like tomorrow when people board for the next cruise, don't refuse to serve them a soda if they have a package, and don't tell them you're going to charge them if they're ordering off of the Texas liquor menu if they have a package." Well, I went and I spoke with Dylan at Guest Services, and I was there for about 35 minutes because I was going over the details with him, and I asked him, "I'm going to be sharing this information and I don't want to share incorrect facts with people. So are you telling me that when people get on the ship tomorrow, they will not be able to order a Diet Coke at the bar without paying for it?" he went and he asked the restaurant general manager, the hotel director, and one other department, I can't remember which, he said, that he was gone for about 15 minutes asking them, and he came back and said, there's some conflict between the departments. One department says that you can order off of that Texas menu without any extra fees. The other department says you can't order anything because of Texas law, so no soda, nothing can be ordered without paying a regular price for it, even with the menu or with the package. So all that to say, if you are sailing out of Galveston on Princess, I would highly recommend waiting until day 2 to purchase a package, because you're not going to get the benefit of the Plus or Premier on day 1. Just bring a bottle of wine with you, or 2 bottles if there are 2 of you sailing. Have those at sail away, and avoid engaging with the bars, because until they, I believe that they're going to have to figure this out and resolve it and follow the actual law, but for the time being, they are very confused and not willing to review policy or listen to customers. So, like I said, if you're going to go to Premier, just wait until day 2. That's going to save you $120 for a couple, and you can, or no, $120 for Plus and $160 for Premier. So save that money, get yourself a bottle of wine, pour yourself that for sail away, and just don't even worry about the stress, because the whole point, in my opinion, of the package is to avoid nickel and diming, and I actually don't feel like I've ever been more nickel and dimed than I was on sail away with the Premier package out of Galveston. So, word to the wise, I hope they fix this soon, but for right now, order your package on day 2 of the sailing.